Hey y'all, N4H&H here. Do y'all understand, y'all? I hope so by now anyway, right? It comes out because of my southern heritage. So this is going to be an unboxing video, and it's going to turn into a series. What I'm going to be unboxing is something that I'm going to be giving away to some Patreon team member at executive or VIP level. So with no further ado, I'm going to turn on my radio cam, and right now it is trained on the subject. So let me shrink myself down out of the way. Okay, and there's the box. Just arrived a few days ago, but I've been delaying opening it until I could dedicate some time for this. So here we go. I'm going to be off camera a second while I open this up. Okay. All right, there we go. Box is open. Let's see what we have. Well, we have a lot of styrofoam peanuts. Well, there we have it. Yaesu FT-65. So the reason I want to do a series on this, I've not really featured what I consider to be a very good entry-level Handie-Talkie. And, well, my background is Handie-Talkies. I worked on Handie-Talkies in a place called the Portable Room at Motorola in my younger years. And, so I know a thing or two about HTs, but that's not the reason for the video series. I want to feature this because it's just such a good value in a starter level HT, and for that matter, it can take you quite a ways. I own one of these myself, but this one, like I said, I'm going to be giving it away to an executive or a VIP Patreon member. You know how I've done in the past the drawings. So when I finish shooting the series, I will do a drawing, and this radio will be shipped to someone who is a VIP or executive Patreon team member, meaning that they've got some skin in the game to help support this channel. Without their giving, and I've told you this many times, without their giving, well, quite frankly, there will be no N4H&H radio channel. I wouldn't be able to afford to do this. So I'm going to unbox this in this video, and then I'll get it on charge, and then we'll take it from there, probably in another video. So bear with me a moment. And of course, there's the trusty Yaesu operating manual, the warranty paper. Now, when you open these manuals, one of the very first things you want to look for is charging information. Well, safety stuff too, and then charging information. You see in various different things, they tell you what comes with it. But look at this. Telling you all about charging the battery pack. Let me get that in view. All right. And if the battery has never been used or its charge is depleted, hopefully you can see that, it may be charged by placing the FT-65R or E, that's the European version, into the SBH22 Rapid Charger desktop cradle. And that should be in the box here. You can see a little image of it right here. And so you want to, it says here, a fully discharged SBR25Li battery, and it's a lithium-ion battery pack, will be charged completely in about 3.5 hours. So that's pretty cool. That's fast. And so I will be putting the battery on charge, and then in a subsequent video, after the battery is charged, we'll get into how to set this radio up. Let me grab the radio. Okay, so there we go. Radio, no battery, of course. It's in the box. Nice packaging there. And by the way, let me just mention that a lot of people think this radio is difficult to program, and I absolutely find that not to be the case. And as you watch this series, I hope you will pick up on that. And if you're watching the series and you're an executive or a VIP Patreon member, at some point in the future when I'm finished shooting the series, well, if you watch the videos, you'll know how to operate the radio if you're the winner. So there's the charger, the rapid charger. And this is the power supply that you will plug into the wall, and that will power the rapid charger. Now, truth is, I already have a rapid charger over here behind me, so I'm going to put it on my own rapid charger. Oh, look, and it's even got the adapter for when you're in another country. The battery and the antenna are in this area here. Bear with me. Okay, so there's the battery. I'll go ahead and get it out of the wrapper and get it ready to charge, put the radio on charge, so just hang in there. Okay, I'm back. Have the radio and the battery, so be sure you put the battery in correctly. You want the charging, let me show you this. You want the charging contacts down. So look how I'm putting it in. Slide that forward, push down. Okay, and then the antenna. Let me show you something. The antenna is different than you might be used to, unless, well, there are certain radios out there that do have this, but many of the Yaesu radios have SMA female on the radio and SMA male on the antenna. So you see there's a little, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little prong there in the middle. Let me show you the antenna. So the antenna is female. It has no prong. Okay, so if you're going to buy later something like a diamond or a signal stuff antenna, you want to be sure that you're ordering a model of antenna that has an SMA female. So I'm going to screw the antenna in. Okay, the battery is installed. The antenna is installed. I'll drop this into the rapid charger in 3.5, 4 hours, I guess. It'll be charged and ready to go. In the next video, I'll power it up and we'll go through some initial setup. Now, don't forget, you can win this radio at some undetermined time at this point in the future. I will be drawing names from the executive and VIP Patreon team member list, and one of you in that list will win this radio. You have to be an active member, so be sure that you get signed up for that. At some point in the future, never know when, I'll finish the series and do the drawing for this radio. So thanks a lot for coming along with this unboxing. And like I said, I've told you this many times, the importance of the Patreon program is that's why you're able to watch these videos. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to afford to do this. And, I'd love to grow the channel to the point where I can give away, HF radios. It takes a lot of subscribers and even more views to bring in enough money to be able to give away radios much more expensive than this. And that's the importance of the Patreon support team. They offset the cost of operating the channel, and especially the VIPs. They're paying it forward to ensure that you're able to watch videos, a year from now. So because I've got some VIP and executive members who are what I call the long haulers. They've supported the channel for a year and even 2 years or more. And those are the people who make it possible for you to be watching this video right now. So that's the importance of having that Patreon support team. And one other thing, I've mentioned it a couple of times in videos. By having their support, I do not have to commercialize. I can say the good, the bad, and the ugly about anything I review. I've said it many times, there is no perfect radio. And, I would love to see a perfect radio, but there isn't one. So I usually call out some of the flaws. Now, some of the flaws, even myself would say, oh, that's not a big deal. For my operating style, I can live with that. And that's pretty much what we all have to do with any radio we buy. We have to understand that there are going to be some things that are not perfect, but in the grand scheme of things, if it serves you well for your operating style, then that's the radio for you. because of the backing of the Patreon support team, I like to have the freedom to be able to show you the good, the bad, and the ugly on anything that I review. It may not be popular with the manufacturers or even the retailers, but here on this channel, I shoot straight with you. I'm not going to give you any fluff. I don't want you wasting money. I don't want you buying twice. I would rather tell you the straight scoop and have you buy once rather than buy a radio that is not really great, and then you find out later, and then you have to go buy one that is great, and now you spent money twice. So that's the importance of that Patreon support team, and their support has made this possible for me to give you or give away a radio. And of course, they deserve to be in the drawing for this because they're footing the bill to keep the channel up and running. So join that Patreon support team, if you will. Remember, executive and VIP level will be in the drawing for this radio, and of course you have other perks at that level. The PDFs that I've put together, everything from a glossary of amateur radio terminology to what I call my menu optimizations. For right now, we're at 6 different HF base stations, well, for that matter, a mobile or two, that I go through the menus, the knobs, the buttons, and how I set them up, what they're for. And then with a couple of the radios, I've also got some FT8 setup documents for the FT710 AESS and the FTDX10. So join that team, if you would, at www.patreon.com/N4HNH. That's patreon.com/N4HNH. And don't forget, give the video a like. Costs you nothing, helps us out with YouTube, and it will help propel the channel maybe one day to the level where we'll be able to give away more expensive radios. Do that for me, please. Click that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. If you do subscribe, be sure to click the notification bell. I had someone just today let me know that they've been a subscriber for a long time, but they never get informed when I upload a video. If you didn't click the notification bell, you won't be notified when I upload a video. So be sure to do that. And also, finally, if you would, share a link to this video on social media, text message, email, or phone a friend. Hey, thanks for watching, and 73 from N4HNH.